This program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball. WLCN's coverage is made possible by Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty. For more information, check out their website, merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln, and online at myfgec.org. Elkhart, Croft, and Lake Fork Fertilizer Service, your local source for all your fertilizer, ag chemical, and custom application needs. See what Mark Gordon and the Elkhart, Croft, and Lake Fork Fertilizer team can do for you. Call 217-445-2631. Heritage Packaging in Lincoln, offering top-notch products and value-driven solutions for Central Illinois. Heritage Packaging offers the right packaging right on time. Learn more online at welchpkg.com or call 217-735-4406. Modern Brake and Alignment, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1964, offering full-service auto repairs, including Good evening, Railer Nation and all the ships at sea. It's me and Bobby V tonight here from the brand new Lobernica. Actually, it's not brand new. I guess it's now second year Lobernica Gymnasium here on the campus of Lanphier High School for a Central State 8 contest between Lincoln's Lady Rail Splitters and the Lady Lions of Springfield Lanphier. And Bobby, this is an improved Lanphier squad that sits at the 500 mark, 1-1 in CS8.
Well, you know they got some good coaching there because they've got the great Doug Collins. He's been here for 27 years. They come in with a record of 4-4 here at Lobernica Gym, and should be a pretty good game tonight. You know, Corey Farmer has his players ready to go tonight. They're 7-3 coming in, but this is a big game for the Rail Splitters because they don't play again until the day after Christmas.
No, and you and I talked off air. I mean, I hate to put an onus on a game of being a must-win, but I really think this is an important win for Lincoln going into the Christmas tournament. You've already lost 2 games. You've lost 2 games to weather, and you lost 2 games to very good basketball teams. Even though the Lady Railers played very well, and you know this from your experience, you can play well, but winning cures everything.
That's right. The W cures everything. And the good thing for the Rail Splitters, we've got 4 seniors starting, and Greg Gilbert, the junior, the 5th starter, she gives Corey Farmer a good job out there taking care of the ball and playing defense.
You know, Bobby, Mia Clark comes into this game averaging about 14 points a game, and then you've got Lily Holmes, Grace Schneider, and Mason McLeod all around the 7-point-per-game mark. But the second leading scorer on Lincoln's basketball team is a 6-foot freshman in the person of Grace Biven. She's averaging well over 7 points a game. In fact, Corey Farmer's getting double digits off of his bench between Grace Biven and Paisley Holmes.
That's a good combination there, a couple of freshmen, and that looks good for the future of the Rail Splitters. And looking back in time, when you look at Mia Clark, Lily Holmes, Grace Schneider, Mason McLeod, they practiced from the time they were sophomores against those 2 legendary teams for Lincoln. So they got plenty of experience coming in.
We have, the JV team won tonight. Boy, the JV team really has been stomping on some teams. They stomped on Glenwood's JV team the other night, and then they came in here and beat Lanphier by a score of 42-17. They had a running clock in the 4th quarter.
Final score 42-17. I was impressed by Sage Gilbert in that game. Where's the number 23? She's on the varsity lineup. She's a freshman. We might get to see her tonight.
Sage had been injured for part of the year. She's finally gotten off the injury list and getting some experience. Her first experience was against Glenwood the other night in the JV game, and she played almost all of the JV game here tonight. So we're eagerly anticipating her arrival on the varsity scene because she's going to give them another dimension. She's got a pretty good motor, and she can get them down the floor.
You're right, Jay. She's smooth handling the ball. She can shoot from the outside. She can scoop the layup. She can take it off the glass, power it up. I'm impressed with her. That's the first time I've ever seen her.
Grace Snyder, the senior, has kind of taken taken control of the point guard position and the floor general position for this basketball team. You and I both know from our long experience with Lincoln Rail Splitter basketball, the point guard position is probably the most important position on the floor.
It is, and she's a nifty left-hander. I like her. She's exploded for a good game last season when I did one of the games. She can put some points on the board.
You know, we've seen her get into double figures a few times this year, and doing it from the free throw line. She gets the free throw line quite a bit for a point guard.
Well, you got to do that if you're the point guard. You got to hit those free throws because they can win ball games for you.
And you know how her dad played point guard because you broadcast a lot of games where he was sitting out there at the point for the Rail Splitter boys team.
That's right, and there he is over there. He's the assistant coach to Corey Farmer, and of course we got Cameron Whiteman over there. So a good crew over there to support Corey.
Yeah, I got to wonder about that Whiteman boy. I love Cam. Cam's a good kid, but you know you're a manager down at Miami. You're living in a much warmer climate. Why wouldn't you stay there? I mean, I guess once a Railer, always a Railer. But the lure to come back home here and be a girls coach here at Lincoln High School and deal with the winter we've had so far, he's probably wanting to go back to Miami again.
Oh, definitely. You know, I think we had a total of like 14 inches of snow. That's totally insane. And but what we need is the rain. We're in the worst drought we've ever had here in Logan County.
Yeah, Clark Altmans has been posted about that. He's a friend of mine on Facebook and a Railer graduate. But hey, at least the snow has aided you in your toboggan experiences this winter, hasn't it?
It has. You know, I still toboggan out there. I started when I was 10 years old. I shouldn't be out there at the age of 77. And I don't think I'll film myself anymore. I was filming myself on a dangerous run by some trees, and I did a 360 and I thought I broke my rib, but I didn't.
So we don't want anything that you, first of all, we don't heal as, I mean, hey, I'm 63, you're 77. We don't heal like we used to, pal.
No, I'll probably end up being lunch for some coyotes somewhere out in the middle of nowhere someday.
You know, this is an improved, we talked about this is an improved Lanphier team. They're sitting at 4-4. Last year, and actually for the past couple of years, you looked at Lanphier on the schedule and probably just wrote the W in there. I'm not sure that's going to be necessarily the case tonight. I think it's going to be a little more difficult tonight because he's got some players over there. And Doug's a pretty good guy and a pretty good coach. Been there 27 years, and if there's one guy you'd like to see something good happen to, it'd be Doug Collins.
For sure, and he's got a young ball club. He's got a freshman, a senior, 2 sophomores, and a junior in the starting lineup. And it's a team, by the time it comes tournament time, they're going to be ready. Again, Jay, speaking of his team and Lincoln's team, it's always a battle when it's Lincoln Lanphier. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking rivalry here, this is Cardinals, Cubs, Giants, right. Dodgers territory here with the rivalry between the two schools.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Lobernica Gymnasium, 2 great coaches here, and the gym's, of course, named after him.
And, this is, now in the deal where you're once around the conference, you don't get that second time around the conference. So I think this may be the first game that Lincoln's Lady Railers have played in this gymnasium, because last year the Lanphier game was at Roy S. Anderson.
That's true. That is true. Did I mention Marky Freeman? Her number is retired here. The greatest Lanphier Lady Lion to come out here. Graduated in 2006. She played at Northern Illinois, and she played in the pros in Poland, and now she's a commentator. And I think she's moved on a little bit farther than us. She's a commentator for the Las Vegas Aces.
Yeah, probably moved on further than us. We're going to take a timeout here for the national anthem.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Our national anthem, of course, that was written by Francis Scott Key, and my son Michael and I were in Baltimore this year. You know, we travel all over the country to different places to see ball games, and it was fun to go to Fort McHenry, and that's where the great battle was, and when Francis Scott Key was out on the boat and wrote the song. So, very patriotic feeling. Oh, here's the starting lineups.
Bobby, I'm going to have you do the starting lineups for both teams. First for Lincoln's Lady Railers.
Okay, first one out is Lily Holmes for the Lincoln Lady Rail Splitters. She's a senior. Grace Schneider, a senior, wears the number 3. Holmes wears the number 2. Then we've got number 11. That's the senior. Mason McLeod wears the number 11. And number 13, getting the start for the Lady Rail Splitters, that is Gray Gilbert. And then, of course, our leading scorer there, Mia Clark, 5'8" Mia Clark, averaging 14 points per game. And now for the home Lanphier Lions. Let's see who's going to start out there for Coach Doug Collins. He's been here for 27 years. First lady's out, number 2, Aliyah Jarrett. She's 5'8" jumping jack. She's a freshman for Coach Collins. Next out's going to be number 15. That's Amaya Jarrett. They're sisters. She's a 5'9", force underneath the basket. Very strong. Then it's going to be number 33, and that is Jahia Pates. She's a sophomore, one of the youngsters. Number 35, another girl with some good size on the inside. Isabella Rutherford's a junior, and the final starter, and the senior, and their leading scorer, Lovely Jackson. She's a guard. She'll handle the pressure. She wears the number 14, and Jay Harden's going to have the play-by-play for you for the Lady Rail Splitters. Lady Rail Splitters in one of my favorite colors, the Road Green.
Road Green, white numerals trimmed in red. Lanphier in the tidy whiteys with orange numerals trimmed in black.
And now here comes, we've got 3 officials. I don't think they can keep up with these ladies.
I'm not sure they can either. Amaya Jarrett going to tip it up against Lily Holmes. Lily probably the best athlete of the varsity starting 5, and you will be amazed when you see her sister Paisley come in the game in the motor she's got. And the tap, and Grace Snyder takes it out of there. Here comes Gracie quickly the other way.
Nice
pushing up the floor to Lily Holmes. Layup time. Ooh, got it. Yes.
And there's your athlete, Lily Holmes, getting out on the fast break.
2-0 Lady Railers, 7:50 to go, and Lincoln pressing all over the floor. In the backcourt, Jackson in trouble, gets it ahead, and she traveled the basketball. Out of the corner, shot up, no good.
Nice rebound position.
Gilbert, great screen out. Here they come the other way. Lincoln pushing the ball tonight. Mia Clark, 20-footer left side, no good. Great position inside by Lily Holmes, up and good.
Well, you called it, best athlete on the floor. She battles on the boards, gets out on the fast break.
In the backcourt, still in the backcourt. Jarrett, the freshman, ahead to Jackson. Jackson across the timeline, in trouble, ball on the floor. Lily Larry stole it away. Out front they go, Jarrett. Jarrett back to Jackson. Jackson between the circles, out at the Lion's Head. They go inside, down the lane. Nice little spin move. 10-foot turnaround, up and good.
Looked like Earl the Pearl Monroe, and she wears number 15 like the Pearl.
The sophomore, Amaya Jarrett, with a nice spin move in the lane, and that makes it 4-2. Schneider around the screen from Gilbert. Rutherford picks her up. Schneider down the lane. In the corner, Mesa. Mesa back to Grace. Oh, Gilbert's got posted up inside and got position. They didn't get it to her. Schneider goes in the lane. Schneider.
Nice play. Oh, no.
Threw it up and it hit the underside of the rim. And here comes Lanphier the other way. Jarrett traveled the basketball. No call. And finally the out official, when he finally made it across half court, decided to call the traveling.
Amaya Jarrett, she's 5'9", and she can handle the rock and strong.
Lanphier going to press in the backcourt, man-to-man. They get it to Schneider, and Schneider pushes it up the floor. Got Holmes ahead of the pack. Lily, 10-footer up, no good. Lily gets her own board up, no good. Gets her board again.
Yeah, build up those rebound stats.
Fouled.
Holy smoke. She plays the point on defense, and then she runs the floor like a deer. Jay Harden gets 2 rebounds. Just wouldn't go for her, but she's going to shoot the free throws.
Foul, I believe, was on number 33, Jatea Bates. Sorry.
This is the first time I've done a high school game with the shot clock.
The shot clock is running tonight. I didn't realize that teams were using it during, I guess it is optional during the regular season. It's optional during tournaments. And I can tell you that the State Farm Classic is not yet using the shot clock. Second one, Holmes up, no good. Missed them both. And Pates comes out with a rebound, gets it ahead to Jarrett. Jarrett, cross court to Lovely Jackson. Jackson, right side, tries to go around Schneider, throws up a 10-footer right.
Oh, my word.
One-hander, and it went in. Whoa.
One-hander half hook.
Mia Clark in trouble in the backcourt against their man-to-man pressure and gets it finally to Grace. Grace going to push the ball up the floor. Has
Nice
Gilbert
pass.
ahead of the pack. Gilbert up, no good. Missed a bunny, and the rebound comes out of there to Pates. Pates to Jackson. Lanphier appears to be okay with pushing the ball up the floor as well. Jackson against Snyder, and they're going to get Grace for the foul.
Two very competitive coaches, Doug Collins and Corey Farmer, going full court pressure, coast to coast in this one.
First foul on Grace Snyder, first on Lincoln. Again, you just joined us. It's 5:47 to go here in the first period, and the game tied at 4 against an improved Lanphier girls basketball team. Rutherford in the corner, back out Jackson. There's Jarrett at the free throw line. She'll go up against Clark. Throws it up, no good from 10, and Holmes comes out with a rebound. Lily quickly drives through two defenders, going to take it in. Running one-hander, got fouled again.
Got to hit the free throws. Well, you call it Lily Holmes. She's like a racehorse. Coast to coast she goes, and she's at the line. Senior Lily Holmes. Where's the number 2?
Right-hander wearing a black ankle brace tonight.
I've seen that official around. He's been probably officiating longer than I've been on the radio.
First one up and good. I think he officiated during the Civil War. Oh, I didn't say that.
I think you're right. Very nice. I think he's a retired lawyer from Springfield, but I can't think of his name.
I'll probably get sued over that. Second one for Holmes. Spins it up and no good. Back of the iron, and Sage Gilbert chased it down in the corner. Gets it out to Snyder. Lincoln up 5-4. They go inside Mia Clark. Nice little turnaround up. No good. Ball batted around. Mia comes out of there with it. She's in trouble looking for somebody to get it to, and a jump ball going to be called.
And good sportsmanship by Clark as she threw the Lanphier player to the floor, but it's going to be Lanphier ball.
Kamari Coleman was the player that went to the deck. She's in the game now for Lanphier, as Doug Collins going to substitute again. And coming into the basketball game will be
22. That's Workman.
Yeah, Alia Workman.
There's Lovely Jackson against the press.
I think, Bob, and stolen by Mason McLeod. Mason to Lily. Lily up and good. And I think they may want to watch 22 Alia Jackson, because I've seen some film of Lanphier, and I think she can shoot it.
Lily Holmes with 7 points.
Jarrett throws it back to Jackson. Jackson, 7-4, the Lincoln lead, 4:53 to go. Out front, Jackson from Jarrett. The other Jarrett, 20-footer up, back of the iron, no good. Ball on the floor, and Jackson comes out of there with it. Ball stripped away from Jackson.
Ooh, nice hustle.
Nice hustle by Workman. She went to the floor. Ball out of bounds off Lanphier. It'll go Lincoln's way.
Lincoln leads at 7-4, 4:42 left in the first quarter. Full court pressure, man-to-man by the Lady Lanphier Lions.
Mesa into Grace, and now Lanphier goes 2-2-1 full court zone press. Grace gets it up the floor. Grace to Mia. Mia drives in. Mia, 10-footer up and no good. Rebound battle for Gilbert. Nearly had a ball on the floor. Clark has it up. Good. Mia Clark stuck with it, and that makes it 9-4. 4:21 to go here in the first quarter. Jackson, backcourt Coleman. Coleman traveled with the basketball.
Little Jackie Gleason traveling music, and that gives the Lady Railers the basketball.
How sweet it is.
Oh, yeah. 4:14 left, and that's the way we like it, baby. 9-4, Lady Railer lead by 5.
McLeod to inbounds right in front of us. Side court looking for somebody. Finally gets it into Snyder.
Got to come to that pass.
Snyder against the Lanphier man-to-man. Nice little spin move in the lane. Kick back to Mesa. 17-footer up. No good. Rebound pulled out of there by Jarrett, the freshman. She goes ahead to Jackson. Jackson against Snyder, and Grace is going to pick up foul number 2.
Got to earn it from the line, but we don't want Grace in that much foul trouble. 2. If Grace gets a third one, who are they going to replace her at the point?
I would guess Paisley Holmes may just be about ready to come into basketball game with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, and Grace Snyder with 2 fouls, but Corey Farmer hasn't gone to his bench yet.
Paisley Holmes, a 5'3" freshman.
Jackson, first one up and no good. Just a little short.
Looked like a sort of a knuckleball there by Lovely.
9-4, exactly 4 minutes to play here in the first quarter.
Lovely's got 2 points in the contest.
Second one up. Ooh, thought it was going to hit the back of the iron. It went down. 9-5, the Lincoln lead, and again they press full court. Schneider, McLeod, Mesa quickly ahead to Gilbert. They go Clark. Clark going to take it in. Now Mia brings it back out. Mia back out to Sage Gilbert. Gilbert, oh, and they had Mesa wide open under the basket. Didn't see her. Schneider spin move in there. Schneider kick out to Gilbert. 17-footer on the way. No good. Rebound, nothing but Lanphier under the bucket. And a foul by Lily Holmes. A frustration foul.
They ran the offense to perfection there. We're getting the open shot, but we just can't dial it up. 3:39 left of the first quarter. Lincoln leads it by 4, 9-5.
And Bob, those are the fouls that have traditionally gotten the ladies in trouble this year, are those frustration fouls committed 80 feet from the bucket.
They're seniors. They
Jarrett
should know
just
better.
threw the ball away. Gilbert. Oh, I thought Gilbert may have touched it last, but I guess not. It'll stay Lincoln. It'll go Lincoln basketball with 3:32 to go here in the opening stanza. McLeod inbounds to Snyder. Lincoln sets up against the Lanphier man-to-man. Snyder, Holmes. Kick out Mason McLeod. 20-footer top of the key. Is it, baby? No, in and out. Almost a collision concepts 3. Sage Gilbert goes to the floor, and Coleman comes out of there with a rebound. Coleman to Jackson. Jackson ahead to Workman. Workman fell down, lost the basketball, and Clark comes out of there with it. Mia dribbling heads up, going to take it all the way. Left-hander up, too hard, no good. Rebound, Gilbert fights for the basketball. Jump ball, and that should go Lincoln's way.
Okay, back in the day, I used to say we're going to have to call Bodie Welding to take the lid off the basket. And here's substitutions coming in, Jay. Freshman.
Snyder going to take a seat. Gray Gilbert going to take a seat. Paisley Holmes, Grace Biven going to be in a basketball game for Lincoln.
2 freshmen getting some playing time here at Lanphier. Lincoln leads at 9-5, 3:01 left for the first quarter.
And what?
Lanphier basketball. Lincoln ball.
It is Lincoln basketball. I don't.
The lawyer over there at the bench, that official straightened it out.
He did.
So McLeod will inbounds for the Lady Rail Splitters.
Mesa looks, has baseline Lily Holmes. Lily goes up. What a shot from behind the backboard, no less.
Lily Holmes has got 9 points.
Jarrett just traveled in the backcourt, and part of the reason was Lily Holmes was right there on defense.
I don't think I've ever seen that. She was behind the backboard and spun it in. Awesome shot by Lily Holmes.
Lanphier turns it over, and Lincoln will have a basketball in the same spot they had it just a minute ago when Lily knocked home a deuce. They go into Lily in the corner, out front Mia. In the corner Mesa, wide open 3. Bang!
Yeah.
A collision concepts 3, and that's the way we like that, baby.
Yeah, all you got to do is mention Bodie Welding and the lid's off.
And a timeout taken quickly by Doug Collins. Let's tell you about many of our fine sponsors while we're here. And Bobby, we didn't get a chance to check this because of the technical difficulties. Let's check tonight's list of the games sponsored by Me Realty. When you're looking to list your home with Me Realty, it's time to sell. You're looking to buy, check the listings at merealty.com. 3 keys to tonight's basketball game.
3 keys to tonight, of course, is the Lincoln Rail Splitter staple, and that is defense. You got to play all-out defense, and that's what they're doing here in the first quarter. They lead it by 9, 14-5. And then, of course, the lid's got to come off the basket, and right there, Mason McLeod did it. She hit that 3-pointer, and the other point is always seal out on the boards. You got to control the boards in a basketball game, both ends of the court.
Defense and rebounding.
Yes, sir. All right, here we go. It's fun to be back with you, Jay Harden. Last time I heard you on a microphone was out at the fairgrounds.
Fairgrounds. Yeah, I got to change gears for this, believe it or not. They go into.
Yeah, that's a good line there.
They go into Jarrett, Jackson, in the backcourt, Pates. They're still in the backcourt, looking maybe at a 10-second call. And now Jackson gets it across the timeline. She throws it to the other Jarrett, and it's tied up. Lily ties it up. It'll stay. We know it's going to land for basketball this time. Or we think it is anyway. They could change their minds.
Yeah, they got it. 33 going to inbounds for him. That's the starter. That's Pates.
Pates goes into Jarrett, and she's tied up by Mesa McLeod. And right, just like that, it goes back Lincoln's way.
You know, there's a wrestling match going on here, and there are a lot of lady wrestlers now.
I think we could send some of these girls into the wrestling match.
No doubt.
Mesa to inbound right in front of the scorer's table. She gets it quickly to Paisley. Paisley, nice pass to Grace. Layup time, got it. The 2 freshmen combine.
Great assist to Grace Biven.
2:20 on the clock. They get it ahead to Jarrett. Pates traveled with a basketball.
Lady
And just
Rail
like
Splitters.
that, it's going the other way.
They got a double-digit lead, 16-5, 2:16 left in the first quarter. There's some more subs. Workman coming back in along with number 10. That's Kamari Coleman for Coach Collins.
Lincoln, length of the floor to go. They get it into Paisley, and Paisley is going to push it up the floor.
Well, I'm impressed by her. She can handle the rock.
She can handle the basketball, and I'll bet she can take Workman to the hole. There goes Mia. Mia to Mesa, left side 20-footer. Bang!
Oh.
Another collision concepts three.
String music, back-to-back 3-6, and the Lady Rail Splitters lead at 19-5 now.
And Lanphier traveled in the backcourt again. This time it was Lovely Jackson traveling at the volleyball line on the opposite end of the floor. And just like that, Lincoln's going to have the ball inbounds. Corey Farmer's got some great inbounds plays.
He's a great coach. He knows the game of basketball. Here's
Mia,
a nice
inside to
lob.
Lily. Lily's up and no good.
Gets her
got
own
the
rebound.
Lily throws it up and got fouled, and Pates is going to come out with that foul.
Boy, Lily, down there in the paint, she's not as good, but she reminds me of Chloe. She's like she's in a fight down there in the lane.
That should be 2 fouls on Jatiah Pates. And Lily Holmes, a senior at free throw line. Oh, did everything but go in.
Man, she's 1 out of 5. She's got to start dialing them up. A little more arch.
And Bob, so far the girls have shot free throws reasonably well during the year.
She'll swish this in.
Second one. Up and good. 20-5, minute 49 to go here in the opening stanza.
That's 10 points in the first quarter for Lily Holmes.
Jackson in the backcourt, and now she's in trouble. Gets it across to Jarrett. Jarrett will dribble across the timeline, and there was a foul.
That's Lily. That's her second.
Let's see if it's Lily or Mesa. They were both there, and they called it on Mesa.
We'll take that. We don't need 2 on Holmes.
Nope, but that's 4 fouls on the girls already here in the first quarter. A minute 40 to go.
Now they get their money's worth. Inbounding is going to be Pates for the Lions.
Pates just beyond half court, throws it into Jackson. Jackson, they're posting Jarrett free throw line. Jackson going to go in the lane, running one-hander off the board, no good. And it went between Grace's hands, but she gets it, and Paisley going to go all the way. Kick in the corner, Holmes, 17-footer, in and out, no good. Paisley the board, up and good.
Wow. The freshman, Paisley Holmes, she can play the game.
I told you she had a motor, man. Jarrett. Elliot Jarrett throws it. Paisley Holmes. There she is again.
Wow.
Ahead of the pack. Here she goes. Layup, no good. Lily taps it. Paisley goes and chases it in the corner.
Yeah.
And is fouled by Lovely Jackson.
Man, what a ball game. Lily Holmes keeping it alive.
That's 4 fouls on Lanphier, and the first on Lovely Jackson. Mesa to inbound, right in front of the Lanphier bench. She throws it in the corner, Clark. They lob it into Biven, and Grace has to go chase it down. Grace throws it to Lily. Lily inside, 10-footer, partially blocked. Jarrett comes out with a rebound, and here she comes the other way. Throws it cross court, Coleman. Paisley steals the ball. Here comes Paisley Holmes on the run. Got to watch behind her. 10-footer off the baseline. Holmes, Lily in and out, no good. Rebound, Biven. Biven to Mesa. Mesa to Mia. Mia wide open 17-footer. Back of the iron, no good. Mesa trying to chase it down. Batted it in the Lanphier bench. It'll be Lanphier basketball.
These Lady Rail Splitters playing their heart out here in the first quarter. They lead at 22-5 with 34.7 seconds left in the first quarter.
And Bobby got a great look at the basket a couple of times right there.
They did. Like you said, Farmer, he runs that offense and great inbounds plays, and they're wide open for shots. They just got to hit them. All right, going to inbounds here.
Rutherford going to inbound in front of the Lanphier bench into Jackson. Elliot Jarrett, the freshman ball game, and Grace Biven batted it out of bounds from Workman.
Getting in that passing lane. It's nice to have a 6-footer on your basketball team.
And Bob, she's a very good 6-footer for a freshman, let me tell you.
Lovely Jackson on the handle.
Jackson, Workman out of the corner. I think, yep, she tried to shoot it in.
Nice
and Grace
steal.
Biven with a great screen out on Amaya Jarrett. And that is a foul on Jarrett, and we ought to be going the other way and shooting free throws.
McLeod will inbounds. Here
That's
they
the
found
fifth foul.
Yeah, they got her straightened out. You had to straighten it out before the officials. The bench straightened it out, I guess. Scores bench. Grace Biven at the free throw line. Where's the number 24? And as we said, she's 6-foot freshman.
I couldn't get Tim to tell me if it was he or Cindy that had coached her in her post-play and footwork. I think she probably beat up on Jake in the driveway a few times.
Probably did.
Up and boom. Nothing but the bottom of the net. And if you watch her on defense, Bob, she plays defense very maturely. She gets somebody in front of her, she just puts the arms up. She's not trying to swat the ball. Second one up, nope, off the iron, and Amaya Jarrett chases it down in the corner. Jarrett coming the other way. Jarrett in trouble. Ooh, nearly a backcourt violation. Alia Jarrett throws up a wild shot, rebound. Guess what? Paisley Holmes. Paisley is coming in a hurry. Paisley kicked back to Mesa McLeod. Mesa, 25-footer, tried to bank it home. Mia going to chase it down in the corner, throws it up at the gun, no good. At the end of one quarter, it is Lincoln 23 and Lanphier 5. We will send it to the WLCN studios for a 1-minute timeout. When we come back, we will have quarter number 2. You're listening to Lady Raider Basketball on 96.3 FM.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Bob, what do you got for Lincoln scoring first quarter?
First quarter scoring for the Lincoln Lady Rail Splitters. Clark with 2. Lily Holmes leading the way with 2. McLeod hit 2 threes for 6. Paisley Holmes off the bench with a deuce, and Grace Biven off the bench with 3 points.
Maya Jarrett to inbound for Lanphier right at half court. Gets it into Jackson. They've got the ball to start the second half. Jackson pushes off on Holmes out front. Gets it to Maya Jarrett. She goes in. Workman, 20-footer outside. Good. I thought she could shoot. I've seen some film, and she was making threes. So let's not let her get hot. Lincoln gets it inbounds, and Paisley quickly up the floor against the man-to-man pressure. Paisley click to Grace. Grace down the lane. Grace 5-footer. Good. Freshman Grace Biven with a good move in the lane, and it's 25-8.
That's a super combo off the bench. Paisley Holmes and Grace Biven.
Maya Jarrett drives in. She traveled the basketball, throws it way up over Grace Biven. Rebound Alia Jarrett. Alia Jarrett, and Alia Jarrett throws it in. 25-10. Paisley hands it off to Mesa. Mesa quickly across the timeline. Mesa back to Paisley. Schneider in the basketball game. They go inside Biven. Grace with one of her moves. Try to Kevin McHale move. Back out. Mesa, three-pointer on the way. No good. A rebound. Alia Jarrett kicks it out of there to lovely Jackson. Jackson, 1-on-4, down the lane, barrels into everybody, and Grace Biven tries to get the rebound and is thrown to the floor by lovely Jackson. And a jump ball called, and Corey Farmer wanted a foul there. So it'll be Lincoln basketball going the other way in the alternating possession.
Rail Splitters lead at 25-10, 6:54 left for the half.
McLeod to inbounds, goes into Paisley Holmes. Paisley quickly up the floor. Gets it across the timeline against lovely Jackson. They get it into Schneider. Schneider, 5-footer, no good. Rebound. Grace Biven goes up and got fouled.
Got the foul there at the baseline. Nice rebound by Biven. She's got a nice touch from the free throw line, too. Mia Clark going to check back in for the Lady Rail Splitters.
Foul was on Isabella Rutherford, her first.
I like that name, Isabella.
Freshman at the line. Grace Biven up and good.
Biven now with 6 points off the bench.
Saw Dad Tim, and there's Cindy down there taking pictures at one end of the floor, so watch her Facebook page. Cindy usually has some good pictures that she gets at these games. Second one for Gracie Biven. 26-10, the Lincoln lead. 6:43 to go here in the second stanza. Up, no good, back to the iron. Mia Clark nearly got a foul, and Mia steals the ball. Mia against Workman, throws it into Paisley. Paisley, nice pass to Biven. Biven fouled again.
Yeah. She had a wide open shot, grabbed her by both arms.
Coleman did everything but throw her to the floor. Kamari Coleman, that is her first foul, and the second already on Lanphier here the second quarter.
And these two are only freshmen. By the time we get to tournament time, they're going to be pretty seasoned.
Up and no good.
Got to hit those freebies, Grace. Grace has got 6 points. See her knock another one down here, Jay.
Greg Gilbert came in for Mason McLeod. Second one, Gracie up, no good. Ball on the floor, and there's Paisley Holmes again. Out front, Grace Snyder. Snyder in the corner, Clark, 20-footer, bang! Nice. Collision Concepts 3. Mia Clark, a wide open 3 off the left side, 29-10.
And that's the way we like it, baby.
Workman in the backcourt, nearly traveled, goes to Coleman. Coleman, and there's the trap coming. Coleman throws it ahead, and Jarrett. Nice. Here comes Paisley on the pass from Mia Clark, up and good.
Great court awareness there by Mia Clark.
Jarrett tried to go across the timeline, lost it again. And here comes Grace with the ball. Grace Biven, left-handed layup, good! Bob can't keep up with the scoring.
She's got
Jarrett
8.
traveled in the backcourt, and they didn't call it. They throw it ahead to the other Jarrett. Amaya Jarrett down the lane against Biven, throws it up, no good. Grace with a good screen out on Workman, and gets it to Snyder, and Grace has got Gilbert ahead of the track. Grace up and good! Gracie Snyder took it 84 feet, nails the freebie and the harm.
That's the first bucket for the great Grace Schneider, the lefty. 35-10, the Rail Splitters up by 25 points with 5:37 left in the first half.
Mesa and Lilly back in the basketball game for Lincoln, and I didn't catch who they got that foul on. There it is. Foul is on Coleman. I believe that is her second. And Gracie, the senior, at the free throw line. The lefty eyes it up and no good. Short. A little bit of a line drive. Amaya Jarrett in the backcourt, just drove in to Mia Clark. Gets it to Alia Jarrett, and Alia Jarrett had it blocked out of bounds by Greg Gilbert. Play getting a little sloppy here, Bobby, on Lanphier's part.
It is. They're just trying to force it through the they got to pass it.
Rutherford inbound on the baseline. Rutherford to kick out to Amaya Jarrett. Into the game, Marianne Johnson for Lanphier, I believe. Johnson threw the ball to Rutherford, nearly threw it away.
Interior pass, left-hander, good. That was
Alia Jarrett, number 2, the freshman. Nice little left-handed turnaround. Makes it 35-12. Schneider quickly across the timeline. She kicks it out, Gilbert. Gray, kick out to Mia Clark. Mia going to take it in. There goes Mia's layup time.
Nice.
Good. Mia Clark with a nice little crossover dribble. Took it up with the right hand. Make it 37-12. And traveling in the backcourt by Amaya Jarrett.
That was Mia Clark's 7th point. Lady Rail Splitters lead at 37-12 with 4:49 left in the half. McLeod is the trigger for the Lady Rail Splitters.
Lily Holmes back in the basketball game for the ladies. In the corner they go. Mason McLeod, 20-footer. No, short. Rebound, Rutherford. Rutherford ball. Oh, Lily Holmes got a paw on it, and it goes to Coleman. Coleman still in the backcourt, overthrew Jarrett. She traveled again with the basketball. They go left side. Mariana Johnson throws up a wild one-hander, and Mason McLeod chases down the air ball shot. Here comes Grace Schneider. Lincoln really pushing the basketball. Grace in the corner. Lily Holmes, 17-footer. No. Back of the iron. Rebound, Amaya Jarrett. Amaya in the backcourt, up the floor, pushes off on Mason McLeod, just bowls her way in, traveled with the basketball, and they called it before it went out of bounds, I think, off of one of the Lincoln players.
The starters all back in there for Lincoln. Clark, Holmes, Schneider, McLeod, and Gilbert.
Not for long, because Emma Hutchinson, the pink shoes, is at the bench, and she's going to come in for Greg Gilbert.
Emma Hutchinson, she'll give you some good ball handling, and she can dial up a 3.
So Lincoln, length of the floor to go. Looking to get it into Grace. They get it into Mia instead. Back to Mesa. Mesa gets it to Grace. And Grace will bring it up the floor. Grace dribbled off her own leg, but Lily Holmes chases it down. She's got inside position,
play.
layup good. Lily, that's good recognition on her part, Bob, to recognize she had the spot.
She's got a dozen points now, 12 points for Lily Holmes.
39-12. Grace steals the ball. Grace has got Lily ahead of the pack. Lily, good pass
nice.
to Hutchinson, up and good.
What teamwork.
41-12 with 3:39 to go here in the first half. Jarrett to Jarrett. Here they come the other way. Pates back to Jarrett. Up and good. That was a nice little pass. And Alia Jarrett with a running one-hander from 5 feet makes it 41-14.
Got all her 6 points in the second quarter.
Grace has done an excellent job with the basketball considering how physical she's being played. That ball knocked out of bounds by Mariana Johnson. And Amaya Jarrett going to come back in the basketball game for Lanphier. And Coleman going to take a seat.
You can't press the Lady Rail Splitters because Schneider and Paisley Holmes, they're so quick, they just get the ball up court.
Mesa looking to get it inbounds, and there comes Lily off of a screen. Lily, Mariana Johnson on her, ball batted away. Lily gets it to Mia Clark. Mia right side, 25 feet from the bucket. Nice little spin move by Mia. Kick out to Emma. Emma kick back out to Grace. Grace going to go in the lane, throws it up, got hacked, no call, and Jackson comes out of there with it. She saved it from going out of bounds. Here comes Lovely Jackson trying to dribble it left-handed. She got it across the timeline. Jackson, Lanphier in a 1-3-1 offense. Here they go. Amaya Jarrett just traveled with a basketball and no call. And we got a 2-shot foul coming up.
Rail Splitters lead at 41-14, 2:46 left for the half.
And we're waiting to see who the Lincoln foul was on.
At the line, number 33, Pates.
So they haven't posted who the foul was on, and Pates, they called it on number 33, and we don't have a 33. So let's presume, no, it wasn't Grace.
33?
Yes, we don't have a 33. Second one, Pates up and good.
Well, she hit both her free throws.
So we'll have to watch. Hopefully they didn't call that on Grace Schneider. Paisley Holmes quickly up the floor. Paisley kick in the corner. Emma, 3 out of the corner. Short. Off the front of the iron. Here comes Jackson the other way. Jackson just runs down the lane.
Nice.
Reverse layup. Didn't get it. And coming out of there with it was Lily Holmes. Lily to Emma. Emma can handle the basketball, but she's going to kick it out to Paisley. 2:20 to go here in the first half. Lanphier hasn't let up on defense. Clark in the lane. Clark traveled the basketball. She did.
Lily Holmes got a ton of rebounds along with 12 points.
41-16 the Lincoln lead. 2:14 to go here in the half. And Lanphier in the backcourt. Mariana Johnson. Jackson nearly traveled the basketball. Goes to
Nice
Jarrett.
pass.
They go underneath the Pates, and she throws it up, and they break the press and get an easy layup out of it.
41-18. Lincoln.
Paisley across the timeline. Paisley going to take it all the way. Left-hander up. Good.
She's got 6 points off the bench. 43-18 Lincoln.
Jarrett across the timeline. Jarrett Jackson, 25-footer. Good! Wow, didn't hesitate. Hit the 3, and it's 43-21. Minute 35 to go. Paisley between the defenders. Right side, Lily. Nice ball fake. Lily goes inside to Mia Clark. Ball on the floor. Jump ball called to go Lanphier's way. And Bob, probably not the best pass to try and make on the interior there at that point in time.
Tried to bounce it in there, but she had a player all over, so gets knocked out of bounds by the green. So it's going to be Lanphier ball. That was a nice 3 there by Lovely Jackson.
Grace Biven back in the basketball game. Emma Hutchinson taking a seat.
43-21 Lady Rail Splitters.
Jackson in the backcourt goes to Amaya Jarrett. She travels again. She's in the lane. 10-footer up and good.
She's got 4 points. 43-23.
The Lincoln lead cut to 20. Paisley in the corner, Lily. Lily out front, Mesa. Mesa throws it to Grace. Lincoln a little sloppy right now. Out front, Paisley. And they need to reset the offense against the Lanphier defense.
In the red, under a minute, 50 seconds.
Handoff, Mia Clark. Mia going to go down the lane. Left-handed up and good. 45-23, 43 seconds on the clock.
That's 9 points for Mia Clark.
Maya Jarrett in the corner, Workman. Workman going to drive it baseline. Nice move off the baseline. Just threw it out of bounds and went to the floor.
Stops the clock with 33 seconds left in the half. Lincoln leads at 45-23. Checking in for Lincoln, that is another freshman.
Taylor Short, the freshman, coming in, and Mia Clark going to take a seat. Mesa to inbounds. Mesa to Lily. Lily is hammered by Jackson in the backcourt.
Little rodeo action there, riding her along the sideline.
Get her a saddle. And that will be on Jackson, and that will be her second, I believe.
30 seconds left on the clock. Paisley Holmes.
Paisley across the timeline goes left side short. Short.
She's a good ball handler.
Short against Workman. Kicks it back out to Paisley. Paisley, Workman on her. Tried to throw it inside to Grace Biven, and Jarrett came right around her, stole the ball away. Jarrett throws it up and got it.
Got it. Nice play, a steal and a hoop.
7 seconds on the clock. Paisley quickly ahead to Biven. Biven to Lily. Lily up and got fouled, and they called it before the gun went off.
She'll be shooting. Lincoln leads at 45-25, and Lily Holmes is going to have a couple free throws fouled in the act.
I think Pates is the one they called a foul on. Lily going to be going to free throw line with no time on the clock, and Lincoln up 20. Up and good. I can't believe they've got the lights on.
Yeah, she's got
the backboard
13
while she's shooting.
Doesn't bother her. She's got 13.
Second one up and no good.
In and out.
So at halftime, it is Lincoln 46 and Lanphier 25. We are going to take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, Bobby V and I will have the Growl Incorporated halftime show. You're listening to Lady Railer Basketball on Logan County Sports Voice, WLCN 96.3 FM.
Center. Elkhart, Croft, and Lake Fork Fertilizer Service. Heritage Packaging. Modern Brake and Alignment. Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch and Annette Welch. Growl Incorporated. Schneider Masonry. Collision Concepts. State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark. The Johnson Family.
Simply Traveled Cruise Planners.
United Community Bank. Dara Entwistle and Health Insurance Solutions of Illinois. LCHS Lady Railer Basketball Alumni. Rocking G Land and Cattle. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer Basketball.
here at Lobernica Gymnasium. Jay Harden, Bob Verderber was alongside, but he had to step out for a minute. You're listening to the Growl Incorporated halftime show for Lincoln Lady Raider basketball, where Lincoln leads it by a score of 46-25 at halftime. They've had the shot clock on. We presume they're using it tonight, or they may be just testing it tonight, but the shot clock certainly hasn't been needed at any point tonight. Again, Lincoln up 46-25, and it has been racehorse basketball. It's been a very physical basketball game so far. And if you are watching or listening to us and wondering what's happening with the boys tonight against Southeast, they were down 5-0 in the first quarter, midway through the first quarter last time we checked. Let's go ahead and give you the scoring. First for Lanphier, Alia Jarrett had all of her points in the second quarter. She's got 6 at halftime. Lovely Jackson has a bucket, a free throw, and a 3 for 6 at halftime. Amaya Jarrett also has 6 at halftime. She got 2 buckets in the second quarter. Jatea Pates had a bucket and 2 free throws for 4 all in the second quarter. And Alia Workman got a 3 in the second quarter for her 3 points for the 25 for Lanphier. For Lincoln, Mia Clark came alive in the second quarter. She got 7 in the second quarter for a total of 9 at halftime. Lily Holmes has 13 points at halftime. Grace Schneider has a bucket for 2. Mesa McLeod, 2 threes for 6 points. Paisley Holmes has 3 buckets for 6 points. Grace Biven has 3 buckets and 2 free throws for 8. Emma Hutchinson has a bucket for 2. Taylor Short and Greg Gilbert played in the first half and did not score for Lincoln's total of 46 points. At the end of one quarter, it was Lincoln up 23-5, and at halftime, it is 46-25. And Bob, I was just telling the folks that I'm not sure if the shot clock's in force tonight or not. They could be just using it or testing it, but it hasn't been needed tonight.
No, it's just run and gun, and I love it. Both teams pushing the ball, even though it's a full court press. They break the press, and they're just having a lot of fun out there.
Now, Lincoln's had most of their real success pushing the ball up the floor and getting ahead of Lanphier. Lanphier likes to run it back the other way, and from what we've seen, they've got a couple of players, including Amaya Jarrett. They don't seem to want to dish the ball off. They just want to barrel into about 3 defenders and throw it up.
Yeah, and just hope it goes in, throwing up crazy schoolyard shots.
Well, I guess if it works for you and goes in and wins basketball games, they're 4-4, so obviously it's working some of the time.
Yeah, where they got 6, 6, 6, 4, and 3. That's their score. One girl hit a 3-pointer.
So Lincoln up 46-25 here at half. Bob, you hope that Lincoln hasn't expended all of its energy there in the first half.
No, you know what? The freshmen coming off the bench there, Holmes and Bivens, I think that fires the varsity up. They see the intensity that they have, and it pushes them.
And Paisley Holmes has got a motor. I mean, she just doesn't stop. She's all over the place.
No, she's just gone and down the floor. And early the game was commanded by Lily Holmes, and then later on when Paisley came in, that picked up the pace again.
You know, we've had 3 3-pointers in the game by Lincoln, 3 collision concepts 3-pointers, 1 by Mia Clark and 2 by Mesa McLeod. And it's nice to kind of get them going again after a couple of games where the 3-pointers either didn't fall or weren't there. Now they've got an opportunity to get out and maybe get some shots in the flow of the offense, and they've been able to knock down at least 3 of them tonight. It'd be nice to get a few more here in the third quarter.
It would, and we mentioned in the pregame we'll play again until the day after Christmas, so we got to get our shots in tonight and against the pressure.
You know, this is one of those games where, okay, we talked about this off air. You've lost 2 in a row, but you've lost to 2 very good basketball teams, and you played well. I mean, it isn't like the girls didn't put forth the effort and play well, but winning does cure everything. You want to go into the Christmas tournament on a winning note because that Christmas tournament is going to be tough. That pool is tough. Corey's already told me it is a tough pool.
And that's a long trip. I think it's like 140 miles, maybe something like that, and up in Dixon, Illinois.
Yes, and unfortunately, because of the pool that Lincoln's in, we have to play at the middle school gymnasium, which is really tight. I mean, it is a very small gymnasium to play in. It is not. There's not a comfort level in that gym, and I think it's tough to shoot in from what I saw of last year's.
But advantageous to us because of the ball press. On a small court, we're really locking them down on a court that size.
And Lincoln's done a really good job of pressing tonight against Lanphier. They've caused a number of turnovers and capitalized on it at the same time.
Well, they passed the ball. Great. There's no selfishness on the team.
If you're Doug Collins, you can't really fault the effort of your basketball team. Yes, your basketball team's made some mistakes and Lincoln's capitalized on them, but the effort's still there. I mean, you're down 21 points and the effort's still there. They're still playing hard.
They still keep coming. coming hard, and we'll see it again in the second half. They'll play some good basketball.
Tell you what, let's go ahead and take us another 2-minute break here for commercials from many of our fine sponsors. You're listening to Lady Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
We scored?
Yeah, we scored going to the playoffs.
I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone.
What? I should take your phone away.
No. I'll call for a ride.
Hey, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine.
Kevin, I need that back.
No.
Kevin!
A great harvest starts with a great foundation. Since 1976 in Central Illinois, that foundation has been Elkhart, Croft, and Lake Fork Fertilizer Service. They're your local source for all your fertilizer, ag chemical, and custom application needs. At Lake Fork, contact Clay at 217-792-3397. In Elkhart, call Chris at 217-947-2221. And at Croft, give Mark or Eric a call, 217-445-2631.
Second half about to begin here at the new Lober-Nika Gymnasium on the campus of Lanphier High School. Again, they really built a nice facility here.
Beautiful. Lily Holmes leading the way with 13 points.
Lanphier already away from their coach and back on the floor. Lincoln will have the basketball to start the second half. And Bob, you'd like to get off to a good start first 3 minutes here in the third quarter.
Oh, for sure. Corey Farmer coaching, at the halftime, he's just re-energized them. They're going to be playing all out, full court pressure.
Lanphier starters back on the floor. Pates, I think, has 3 fouls, and I've got Amaya Jarrett with 1, Lovely Jackson with 2, and Kamari Coleman with 2. Lincoln, the only person I think is in foul trouble is Grace Schneider with 2. I don't think she picked up the third.
Got those early. McLeod will inbounds for the Lady Rail Splitters.
Mesa to inbound. Nice inbound to Greg.
Oh.
Good cut to Grace. Up and good. There's Corey Farmer's inbounds plays. One of them anyway.
That's 4 points for Grace Schneider.
Long shot. Was that Lovely Jackson? That nearly went in. Ball on the floor off of Jarrett's hands. Jarrett going to spin in. Jarrett kicked back out to the other Jarrett into Amaya Jarrett. Amaya Jarrett baseline. Travel the basketball. Travel again. Throws up a shot. It hit the net and goes out of bounds.
Just like we talked about, it's not every man for themselves or every lady for themselves on this. When they get the ball, they're going to the hoop.
Mesa to inbound. Gets it into Mia. Mia going to dribble and gets it to Greg Gilbert. And here we come. Greg gets it across the timeline. Back out to Grace. Grace going to pull everybody out and start the Lincoln offense. Grace, nice fake. Grace kick out to Mesa. 20-footer right side. No good. Air ball. And the ball went out of bounds, and it'll be Lanphier basketball with Lincoln up 48-25. 7:17 to go here in the third.
No pressure by the Lady Rail Splitters. It backed it off.
Pates to Jackson, and Lily Holmes going to pick her up at half court, and Pates sets a screen right there, and Jarrett spin move in the lane, throws it up, and no good. Mia Clark with the rebound.
Good defense that time by Grace Schneider. Kept that back door. Nice pass.
Grace to Lily, up and good. And Grace with a heads-up dribble saw Lily ahead of the pack, and just like that, it's 50-25.
15 points for Lily Holmes.
Jackson out front. Pates with another screen, and
nice
she traveled the basketball.
Yep.
Lovely Jackson was a wonderful spin move. Problem is she took too many steps.
There's Mia.
Mia ahead to Lily. Lily, Jackson on her. Lily back out to Grace. And now Lincoln will set up in a box offense. They get it out to Mia Clark. Mia out front, Gray Gilbert. Gilbert, left side Schneider. They're looking inside. Mesa on the pop out. Mesa, nice ball fake. Mesa going to drive it in. Mesa back to Gray Gilbert. Gilbert, cross court, Mia Clark. Mia throws it into Gray. Gray up and good.
Nice
a great cut by Gray Gilbert. And the pass from Mia Clark. Give her the assist. It's 52-25.
That's Gray Gilbert's first bucket.
Jackson, left side, Alia Jarrett, Pates, Rutherford, Amaya Jarrett, and she lost the basketball into the backcourt, and that is a backcourt violation.
52-25, Lady Rail Splitters. All nickels on the board, 5:55.
If I call it over and back, I know I'm going to get a text from Jeff Nelson. I know from my buddy Jeff, I know I'm going to get a text. Oh, and that was almost a backcourt violation there by Grace.
Jeff Nelson, there's a name, a lady of basketball.
Sure is. Oh, they had a great back cut there by Lily Holmes. Couldn't get her the basketball. Mesa, right side, Lily. Lily drives baseline and is forced out of bounds by Pates.
Lily always applying the pressure. Lincoln leads at 52-25, 5:39 left in the third quarter.
And I'm right on the fouls. That's the fourth foul on Pates. So one of their starters in some real foul trouble, and Workman going to have to come back in for Pates. Nice pop out to Mia, 20-footer, top of the key. It rolled home. It looked short, it rolled home. Bang, a Collision Concepts 3, and there's a 30-point lead with 5:30 to go here in the third.
Mia Clark in double figures. She's got 12 points.
Jackson against Schneider. Holmes nearly stole the ball out front from Amaya Jarrett. Jarrett and Holmes. There's the athleticism. Here comes Lily. Lily going to take it all the way. Layup front, Mia Clark. Schneider at the elbow. Schneider had it poked away. Alia Jarrett poked it away from her, and Grace fought her back for the basketball. Grace going to drive it in. Kick out to Mesa. Mesa back to Grace. Grace is being hounded. Grace is knocked to the floor.
Double team there. She not shooting free throws yet.
Nope, and let's see who they call this one on.
Lincoln up by 30, 55-25, 4:54 left in the third quarter.
Foul was on Alia Jarrett.
Coach Farmer trusts Mason McLeod to get the ball in.
That is her first foul. Looking to get it into Lily. Oh, Lily was hit from behind. Throws it up. No good. Rebound, Isabella Rutherford. She tries to throw it ahead to Jackson. A lot of contact out there, and they get it ahead to Alia Jarrett. 20-footer up. No good. Rebound, Jackson inside up, and no good, but a foul, and I think it may be on Mia Clark. Let's see.
Yeah, you're right. Now the freshmen are going to check back in.
Yep,
Paisley
25.
Holmes and Grace Biven.
Mia Clark with the foul. Corey having a discussion with his assistants over there as Paisley and Grace sit at the scorer's table to come in.
Lanphier has not scored here in the second half. Now they have.
And Bobby jinxed it. Cards and letters go to Bob Derber, care of WLCN Radio. Greg Gilbert going to come out. Gracie Snyder going to come out. I think she may have banged her knee just a little bit there on the floor. Lovely Jackson, second of two free throws, 55-26 to score. Up and good. Nice
Lovely's
touch.
Got 8 points. She swished it.
Nice touch. Here comes the full court pressure. They get into Paisley, and we know what's going to happen here. Paisley had it stripped away by Alia Jarrett.
Jarrett's good at that. She gets her hand in there and slaps that ball away.
Sometimes you got to remind the freshmen at the varsity level you can't dribble the ball out in front of you like that because it will get batted away. And Paisley's good at doing it herself. Mesa to inbounds. Mesa's got Lily here in the backcourt. Gets it into Lily Holmes. Lily against
Nice
Alia
spin.
Jarrett. Nice little spin move. Gets it across the timeline. Trying to get it to Paisley Holmes. Finally gets it to Mia Clark. Mia out at the volleyball line. Mia trying to drive in against Amaya Jarrett. Kick back out Mesa McLeod. They got Grace Biven in the lane. Didn't see her. Gets it to Paisley Holmes. Paisley had it batted away by Jackson. And Lincoln not taking good care of the basketball right there.
Lovely Jackson with 4 points. She's got all of Lanphier's points here in the second half.
They get it into Mia Clark, and Lanphier obviously going to get physical now, even more so than they have been. Nice dribbling by Mia Clark. Mia goes in, was fouled. And it'll be a 2-shot foul.
Lovely Jackson, the first player in double figures for Lanphier. She's got 10. Mia Clark, she's got 12 points. Looks for 13 and 14 here. 4:02 left the third. Lincoln leads at 55-29.
Foul was on Workman. That is her first. That's Lanphier's third of the third quarter as Mia Clark makes the first of 2.
She's an excellent free throw shooter.
56-29, the Lincoln lead. Second one up and didn't get it to roll home. Grace Biven nearly with a foul right there, pushing in the back of Lovely Jackson. Didn't get called. Jackson and now Lanphier going to try and spread the floor a little bit and run an offense here. They hand off to Jackson, free throw line. Right side, Rutherford. She throws up a wild 3. Rebound, Alia Jarrett. She throws up a wild left-hander, and Coleman saves it inbounds, and Lily Holmes comes out of there with it. Lily trying to run ahead of the pack. Lily dribbled it off of her foot, and Mesa picks it up in the corner. Mesa to Paisley. Paisley slices through up and good.
She's smooth.
Paisley Holmes was right there, sliced through the defense, 58-29, 3:23.
Paisley's got 8 points off the bench.
Gray Gilbert, Grace Schneider at the scorer's table. Shot Lovely Jackson from 27 feet. Ball batted around, and it's saying off Lanphier. Kamari Coleman knocked it out of bounds. Grace Biven was right there as well. So Clark and Lily Holmes going to sit down. So now I got Grace and Paisley in the game at the same time. Paisley, left-handed dribble across timeline. Good pass inside to Grace Biven. Up and got it.
Nice pass there. She's got 10 points now, Grace Biven off the bench. That Paisley Holmes got a different gear. She can shift and
she got a motor done.
Blow right past you. She does that hesitation that goes right around you.
Coleman left side. Jackson. They go to Jarrett. Jarrett walked right into Gray Gilbert, and it was batted away. And Paisley from Biven. Here comes Paisley. Paisley to Biven. Up and good.
Left-hander. She's got a dozen. Those two play together in grade school?
I think so. 62-29. The Lady Railers lead. 2:26 to go. And now if you're Lincoln, you want that 30-point lead to start the fourth quarter. Jackson against Schneider. Jackson, a little spin move. Jackson turned the ball over.
Nice.
Layup time. Nice move inside. Up and good.
Lovely's got 6 here in the third quarter, 12 overall.
Grace into the front court quickly. Grace, Paisley. Paisley going to drive it in the lane. Paisley, layup time, got it.
Man, she's in double figures.
Paisley Holmes can take just about anybody on the floor right now. 64-31, a 33-point lead for Lincoln. Minute 52 to go.
Holmes and Biven, the freshmen, they've got 22 points between them.
Nice when you bring that off your bench, Bob.
Yo, 2 great subs, 6 and 7 off the bench.
Jackson, there was a moving screen by Jarrett, no call. Jarrett got called for the traveling.
Yeah.
Alia Jarrett trying to move on the left side, and Sage Gilbert comes into the basketball game with her first varsity minutes.
Okay, she looked good in that JV game. She caught my eye.
So this has been anticipated by a lot of people to get Sage Gilbert into a varsity game. She played very well in the JV game tonight. Paisley dribbled it off her leg. Ball on the floor. And I think that Marianne Johnson might have been on the end line. Yep.
She was. Okay, ran out of real estate. 1:24 left in the third quarter. Jay Harden and the Lady Rail Splitters lead at 64-31.
So you've got Sage Gilbert, you got 3 freshmen on the floor. Oh, and then Gray Gilbert, they had her wide open. They tried to go inside, and again on the end line. They tried to go inside to Grace Biven, but they had Gray Gilbert wide open in the lane and couldn't get it to her.
So Gilbert will attempt to pass again.
Sage to inbound. Sage will throw it into Paisley, and she'll chase it down in the corner. Paisley, Coleman on her, and she took her again. Tried to throw it to Biven off of Grace's hands.
Nice play by Gray Gilbert.
Gray got it out to Grace Snyder. Grace going to take it in the lane. Grace kicking the corner, Sage. Sage drives baseline, looking for somebody, and had the ball batted away by Lovely Jackson. Here comes Lanphier the other way. Right at a minute. Ball on the floor. Grace.
Nice play by Grace.
The 2 Graces. Grab onto it, and a jump ball called at the Lanphier free throw line. It'll be Lanphier's basketball with 56-6 on the clock. Yeah, the shot clock is on, but Bob and I haven't paid any attention to it because it hadn't even been close to going off.
35 seconds, that's a lifetime in this game.
I was going to say, they could go with a 10-second clock. I don't think it could go off tonight.
There she
Alia
is.
Jackson throws up a left-handed air ball from 10 feet. They save it inbound to Amaya Jackson. Or Jarrett, sorry. Jarrett, nice little spin move. Jarrett, Marianne Johnson. Johnson, out front Coleman, nearly into the backcourt. She saved it, 39 seconds. Lovely Jackson drives baseline. Oh, and call on the baseline.
Going to call it on Sage Gilbert,
I think.
35 seconds left for the third, Jay. 64-31, Lady Rail Splitters. At the line is Lovely Jackson.
Sage Gilbert, her first foul.
Lovely's got 12 points in the game.
64-31, 35-8 on the clock. Lovely. She got a nice touch. Up and, front of the iron. See, we jinxed it.
You can't blame that on me.
I can't blame that one on you. No, I can't, brother.
I've got a couple of jinxes in the game.
I think we have too much fun on the radio. Second one, up and back of the iron, no good. And Paisley tried to chase it down, and Jackson chases it down in the corner. So they missed them both. Try to go inside.
That's going
Jarrett
up.
Inside. Nope. And another foul on Lincoln. And I think it's either Paisley Holmes or Sage Gilbert. It was Paisley Holmes. That is her first.
Lincoln defense has been tenacious. Held Lanphier to 6 points in this third quarter, and they're all from Lovely Jackson.
Marianne Johnson inbound under their bucket. She goes inside to Lovely Jackson. Jackson drives in, runs right into Grace Biven. No call. Rebound Jarrett. Throws it up underneath the backboard. That went off of Lincoln, I think. Yep. Stays Lanphier, 21-7 on the clock. Lanphier again to inbounds. Marianne Johnson under their bucket. Johnson goes out front to Jackson. Jackson around the Jarrett screen. Tried to throw it inside. Grace stepped into the passing lane, and here comes Paisley. What's she going to do? Left-handed stop up and no good. Batted around. Gray Gilbert chased it down in the corner, and Grace had it batted out of bounds by Marianne Johnson.
Nice hustle there. 9 seconds for the third quarter. Lincoln leads at 64-31.
Lincoln will have the basketball on the side court, almost at the end of the Lincoln bench. Not the best place to take it out. Let's see what Corey Farmer's got up his sleeve here.
Grace Schneider going to inbound.
Grace, there's a great Gilbert. They go inside to Biven. Biven, goes up underneath the bucket with a left-handed reverse layup.
She's got 14 points.
66-31, and that will end the third quarter with Lincoln ahead 66-31. We will take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Lady Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
STEM is everywhere, like here, behind the scenes of The Walking Dead. STEM can create new worlds on and off the screen. The only limit is your imagination. Get inspired at shecanstem.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
To start
back here at Lobernica, Lincoln up 66-31. So Bobby will have a running clock to start the fourth quarter. This one ought to go quick.
Got the starters back in. McLeod, Holmes, Gilbert.
Hutchinson.
Hutchinson.
Yep.
No, they got Hutchinson in there. Okay.
Alia Jarrett knocked it out of bounds over the top of Emma Hutchinson. Stays Lincoln basketball. Mesa to inbound. Mesa goes to Lily. Lily, nice little spin move. Lily in the lane, kicks it to Mia Clark. Mia left side Emma. Emma drives in the lane, threw it right through Lily Holmes' hands, and here comes Amaya Jackson the other way. Left-handed layup, good. 66-33. Mesa inbounds to Mia. Mia in the backcourt, still in the backcourt. Hands off to Mesa. Mesa picked up her dribble, gets it to Mia. Mia across the timeline. Clark going to go down the lane, kick out Lily Holmes. Didn't take the shot. Goes in, 10-footer, blocked out of bounds.
And the clock keeps running.
Yep. 66-33.
And as you said, that shot clock doesn't mean anything in this game.
Nope, not a thing.
They're shooting faster than the NBA clock at 24.
No kidding. Mesa, great pass inbounds to Lily, up and good. And there's that play that Corey runs out of the inbounds to get the cutter to the bucket. 68-33.
17 points for Lily Holmes.
Lovely Jackson, left side Alia Jarrett.
Ooh.
Euro step.
Yeah.
And ball on the floor, and Jarrett comes out of there with it. Jarrett again with a Euro step, left-handed, up and good.
She's a determined young lady.
She fights for the basketball.
She's got 8 points.
I wouldn't want to fight her for the last cheeseburger, I'll tell you that.
Oh, no.
Lily Holmes was fouled by Pates, no call. Lily's got a couple of people open, gets it to Mesa. Mesa, kick back out Emma. Emma dribbles against Jarrett. Emma. Ball on the floor, and Lanphier is just grabbing people. Here comes Jarrett the other way, Amaya Jarrett. Travel with basketball with a Euro step and lays it up and in. Well, I think the officials are pretty much going to swallow the whistles here in the fourth quarter.
That's 10 points for Jarrett.
Nice cut to Emma Hutchinson. Layup time, no good. Rebound, Gray Gilbert. Gilbert had the ball knocked out of bounds by Amaya Jarrett.
Good job by Gray Gilbert. 68-37, the Lady Rail Splitters. 5:48 left on the running clock.
Mesa to inbounds. Mesa had Mia on the baseline. Out front, Lily. Lily against Rutherford, going to take it in. Lily up and got it.
Ooh, yeah.
And the harm.
19 points for Lily Holmes. Looking for 20 here on the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
The foul, I believe, was on Rutherford, her second.
70 points for the Lady Rail Splitters.
Sage Gilbert and Elizabeth Chen going to come in the basketball game. Taylor Short also going to come in the basketball game for Lincoln. Gray Gilbert, Mason McLeod, Mia Clark taking a seat. We may have seen the last of them.
Lily looking for point number 20 here.
70-37 the score. Got it.
Yeah.
71-37. 4:53 to go here in the basketball game. Jackson, right side of Maya Jarrett. Jackson in the lane, kick out Pates. 20-footer, she was on the line, no good. Rebound, ball on the floor. Lily Holmes comes out of there with it. Pates literally had her in a bear hug, and here she goes ahead to Sage Gilbert. Sage to Hutchinson, and need to take better care of the basketball. And Pates just stole it away from Emma Hutchinson. Pates down the lane, throws it up, good. Jatea Pates. Lily Holmes in the backcourt against Pates. Has Hutchinson inside, and ball batted away by Alia Jarrett.
Schneider checks in for the Lady Rail Splitters, and that is Ella Schneider.
Ella Schneider in for Emma Hutchinson.
Ella Schneider's a sophomore, and she'll inbounds the basketball. 4 minutes left for the game. Lincoln 71, Lanphier 39.
Ella in the corner, Sage. 20-footer out of the corner, Rainbow. No good. Taylor Short fights for it. Taylor inbounds to Ella Schneider. Out front, Lily Holmes. She thought about the three. You could see it in her eyes. She's going to drive in against Rutherford. Baseline, Chen. Chen drives baseline. Chen back out front, Lily. Nice fake. Lily, 10-footer, stop and pop up. No good. And the rebound, Lovely Jackson. 3:34 on the clock. Lincoln ahead, 71-39. Jackson drives in, bounced the ball off Lily Holmes, and Ella Schneider comes out with it. Ella across the timeline. Ella, left-handed dribble. Jackson pushed her in the back, no call. Pushes her in the back again, no call. And finally, they're going to call Lovely Jackson for the foul.
You know, every player on the floor, whether it be Lanphier or Lincoln, are all aggressive players. They all go to the hoop. They play great defense. And now checking in number 21 for the Rail Splitters. That is Emma Hutchison.
So Emma back in the basketball game. Lily Holmes sits down, and all the Lincoln starters out of the game. They get it into Emma. Emma baseline against Jackson. Emma out front, Short. Right side, Gilbert. Gilbert, nice little spin move in the lane. Kick back out, Chen. Chen, kick out out Emma. Emma, three on the way. No good. Back of the iron. Ball on the floor. And Amaya Jarrett comes out with a rebound. Collins has left his starters in. Jarrett tried to go down the lane. Knocks down Elizabeth Chin, but she's got the basketball, and she's in trouble. And a timeout taken by Corey Farmer. Corey had to burn a timeout there, and Elizabeth did a good job of not traveling the basketball. It was a 30-second timeout. Let's keep it right here. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street and online at myfgec.org. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. The Johnson family, in honor of Grandpa Keith, a proud supporter of Lady Railer basketball for over 50 years. And we cannot forget about the LCHS Lady Railer basketball alumni. Lincoln Lady Railer basketball, a proud tradition of Lincoln Community High School. And Bob, they've got an event scheduled for them, I believe, at the January 10th home game.
Oh, very nice.
And hopefully, is your sister going to be able to attend that game?
I haven't talked to her, but I'm sure she will. Bad Barb will be there.
we miss Bad Barb. We haven't seen her or her husband for some time.
I play pickleball with her. She's still a pretty good athlete. 71-31-39, the Lady Rail Splitters lead at 2:16 left for the game, and here comes Lanphier in a hurry. And completely out of control, and a foul is called on the floor. That was Maya Jarrett. Maya Jarrett, she's in double figures. She's got 10 points. So there's 2 players in double figures for Lanphier, and there's 4 for Lincoln.
Sorry you had to take. Go ahead and take it because I'm trying to communicate with our station manager.
Okay, here's Jarrett. Jarrett in the corner. She's going to drive. She's got the sweet left-hand touch, and she gets it. That is Aliyah Jarrett, and she's in double figures now. She's got 10 points, makes it 71-49. Go ahead, Jay. Minute 34 left.
71-41. Hutchinson out front. Hutchinson going to drive in the lane. Hutchinson, probably could have gone to the lane to Short. Short out front, Schneider. Ella going to drive in the lane. Ella throws up a shot. No good. Ball batted around, and Coleman comes out of there with it. Here they come the other way. Jackson lost the dribble, and Sage Gilbert comes out with it. Sage, nice pass ahead to Chen, up and good. Sage Gilbert running the break and hit Chen with a perfect pass. 73-41, right at a minute to go.
There's Jarrett. Ooh.
Long shot by Jackson, up no good, and Taylor Short with the board.
She circles the wagons. Now she'll bring it up. These girls are all good ball handlers.
Gilbert running one-hander in the lane, gets her own board. Out to Chen. Chen going to drive it in. 10-footer blocked out of bounds by Jarrett. And with 35 seconds and that clock still running down, shot clock is off. It was never needed tonight.
73-41, Lady Rail Splitters. Short going to inbounds.
Short, nice pass into Chen. Chen, got hacked. And Chen going to go to the free throw line. She'll get a couple of freebies before this one expires.
I think the game ends no matter what. She might not even get both free throws off.
I don't know. Remember if they let him continue the free throws or not. That's a good point. Well, I guess we'll find out. Jeff will probably text me. Up, Chen, good. 74-41. And nope, they're having to shoot the second free throw. I thought that was the case. They go ahead and shoot free throws, and they leave the lights on at the board, so that's an added bit of difficulty. Distraction. So the final score, Lincoln's Lady Railers with a big victory to here tonight. They go to 8-3, 3-1 in the CS8 with a 74-41 victory over the Lady Lions of Lanphier. We're going to take a 2-minute break. When Bobby and I come back, we'll have the Growl Incorporated postgame show. You're listening to the sports voice of Lincoln and Logan County, WLCN 96.3 FM.
Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball. WLCN's coverage is made possible by Culver's of Lincoln, Me Realty, Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, Elkhart Croft and Lake Fork Fertilizer Service, Heritage Packaging, Modern Brake and Alignment, Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch and Annette Welch, Grau Incorporated, Schneider Masonry, Collision Concepts, State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, the Johnson Family,
Simply Traveled Cruise Planners,
United Community Bank, Dara Entwistle and Health Insurance Solutions of Illinois, LCHS Lady Railer Basketball Alumni, Rocking G Land and Cattle. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer Basketball.
Back here at Lobernica Gymnasium, and they've already taken up the chairs from the benches on the sidelines. We may have a very short post-game show here, waiting for Corey Farmer to join us. Bobby, I'll tell you what, Lincoln got that fast break going, and it was racehorse basketball tonight. That's fun to watch, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, they've got so many good ball handlers out there. Grace Schneider and Paisley Holmes, all of them can handle the ball. Lily Holmes, they're tenacious on the boards. They did everything we wanted them to do. They took the lid off the basket, they got the rebounds, and of course they played the defense.
Bobby, I think you're the good luck charm here tonight. We said we needed Lincoln to get a victory here before they went up to that tough Dixon Christmas tournament, and they got a big victory, and everybody ought to feel pretty good coming out of here with a 74-41 win.
Oh, it was a lot of fun. I mean, even though Lanphier had a tough time, only scored 41 points, they were a very aggressive team, and they were fun to watch.
You got scoring?
I got the scoring right here. Let's give Lanphier first. They got 3 people in double figures. Elia Jarrett had 10 points. Lovely Jackson with a dozen. She had 12. Amaya Jarrett had 10 points. Jataya Pates had 6 points. And Elia Workman had 3. For our Lady Rail Splitters, Mia Clark with a dozen. She had 12 points. Our leading scorer was Lily Holmes with 20 points. Grace Schneider had 4 points. Mesa McLeod with 2 threes had 6 points. Gray Gilbert had a bucket for 2 points. Paisley Holmes came off the bench and scored 10 points. Grace Biven also off the bench with 14 points. Emma Hutchison with 2 points. And Elizabeth Chen with 3 points. Good all-round play for the Lady Rail Splitters.
Run the Lincoln scoring by me one more time. I usually write that down, and I will.
Okay, I've got Mia Clark with 12.
Yep.
Lily Holmes with 20. Grace Schneider with 4. And 6 points for Mason McLeod. 2 for Gray Gilbert. 10 for Paisley Holmes, 14 for Grace Biven, 2 for Emma Hutchison, and 3 for Elizabeth Chen.
Ella Schneider played, Taylor Short played, and Sage Gilbert
they all got
played
in there
and did not score. So we got everybody in the ball game tonight. And again, Lincoln wins at 74-41 as we wait for Corey Farmer to come over and join us here across the way on the post-game show. Lincoln was up 23-5 at the end of the first quarter, 46-25 at halftime. Bob, a little bit of a blip there where Lanphier got on the roll and scored 20 points there in the second quarter. But Lincoln held them to 5 in the third quarter while scoring 20 on their own, and that pretty much was the ball game right there. Yeah,
the Lady Rail Splitters did good at all points in the game. As you said, they slacked off a little bit on the defense in the third quarter, but they play all out, and that's all you want. And Corey Farmer, I knew he would be an excellent head coach. He runs some beautiful plays for the Lady Rail Splitters.
The JV won tonight 42-17, another big win for the junior varsity team run by Cam Whiteman and Brad Schneider, and they have that JV on a roll. So, Bob, we talked about this. The future looks really bright for Lady Railer basketball. As we've seen, 3 freshmen were on the floor tonight in Sage Gilbert, Grace Biven, and Paisley Holmes. And you had Paisley Holmes and Grace Biven gave Corey Farmer 24 points off the bench tonight.
Oh, they're an awesome combination. That Paisley Holmes gets the ball up quickly, and she's aware of who's open, and she gets the ball to him, especially Grace Biven.
And here he comes right now, the winning head coach. Not sure how we're going to squeeze him in here.
No, I'll give him this chair. I'll just sit down here.
Oh, I can give him this chair.
All right.
Here he comes.
Hi, Corey. All right.
You sure you're okay? We hate to have you stand.
Oh, it's all good.
Good job, Corey.
Well, Bobby and I were talking. You lost 2 games to weather, and you lost 2 in a row. But you played very well in those 2 games. But as Bob and I talked, winning cures everything. And I thought you really needed to go into the Christmas tournament on a W.
Yep. And we were able to get the job done tonight. I mean, that team's not bad. I mean, they pressure you, and I thought we really handled the pressure well.
As physical as Glenwood was, they might have been just as physical, but in a different way. There was a lot of reaching, a lot of grabbing going on, but there was a lot of body contact out there. Grace Schneider was very strong with the basketball tonight.
Yeah, I felt like they were a little out of control, and I felt like even on our side in the first half, we weren't as much in control of ourselves as we should have been, kind of let them back in the game there towards the end of the second quarter. But we put it together in the second half and kind of put them away.
You had 4 girls in double figures tonight, and 2 of them came off the bench. You were able to get Sage Gilbert in there for her first varsity minutes. Your JV played very well tonight, won in a big way again. And we've all been kind of looking forward, I'm sure you have too, to getting Sage Gilbert some varsity minutes because she adds another dimension to your basketball team.
Yeah, definitely. All those kids, we got them in tonight. Was able to get some minutes against a varsity team. He didn't bring any subs in, so he still had his starters in there at the end, and I thought those subs, they handled the pressure really well.
So, pretty pleased with the way your team played tonight. Anything that you noticed out there that you thought you really got to go back and work on?
Not much. I did, like I said, I did feel like they let off the gas there in the second quarter. I felt like they looked at the score. We were up 25, 30 points, and they let them go on a 10-0 run and get right back in the game, and we can't have that. Things we did good tonight, I thought we cut really well. We shared the ball, and we played as a team tonight.
I noticed a lot of that tonight with the heads-up dribbling on the break. We talked about that. You'd hate to compare them to the state tournament team, but that was a virtue of the state tournament team. Everybody who dribbled on the break was dribbling with the heads up, and we saw a lot of that tonight, especially out of your underclassmen. It was all dribbling with the heads up, looking ahead of, and trying to get the ball ahead of the pack.
Yeah, you sound like us at practice last 2 days. That's something we've been working on. After the last 2 games, Metamora and Glenwood there, I felt like we did a lot of standing and watching Grace and Paisley get in the lane and try and create, but they weren't helping off. And we focused a lot the last couple of days on finding that open gap and cutting in front of them, trying to get in there for an easy bucket.
I told Bobby V that he was going to enjoy watching Paisley Holmes play.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's quick.
Somewhat like a Corey Farmer.
Yeah, she's way faster than me.
Well, I have to admit I made a mistake. Mia Clark had 13 points.
Oh, Mia Clark had 13.
Yeah.
Well, you made a mistake. I can't believe that.
Yeah, it was so fast and furious. I'm 77 now. I can't keep up.
It was fast-paced tonight.
I'll tell you, Paisley is one of those gals that she's able to take just about anybody one-on-one off the dribble. I've watched it. She's like a running back. She's like a Walter Payton running back. She finds the hole and she goes right through it.
Yeah, she sees that hole and off she goes. And it's really beneficial when we have her and Grace out there, man. They can pitch to each other and they find that gap, and then they usually find the shooters are big underneath the basket.
Did they play together in grade school?
Paisley would have been in 5th when Grace was in 8th, so a little bit, not a ton though.
Okay. No, I'm talking about Biven and Holmes, Paisley Holmes.
Oh, yeah. They played in grade school. They played their whole career together.
Okay, yep. All right, since they're little kids.
Yeah.
So you end up putting a good chunk of points on that's easy for you to say, good chunk of points on the board tonight. You got, I thought, Bob and I talked about this. I thought it was kind of nice to get your shooters some good shots and get them going a little bit going into the Christmas tournament, because they faced 2 teams in Metamora and Glenwood. They had trouble getting clear looks at the basket.
Yeah, there was no help from them. They stuck on our shooters in the corners, and we haven't had a good shooting night in a while, and tonight was hopefully get some confidence going into Dixon, because we got some tough games up there.
Yeah, you're going to have to play. They didn't cut you any breaks with the time you've got between those two games on Saturday.
Yeah, we got to play Rockford Christian first. I think they're 8-1 right now, and then we go and play Sterling, who they're right down the road from Dixon there. They were in the super sectionals and had Washington on the ropes, took them to overtime last year. So, and they didn't lose anybody, so they're going to be tough. They're two tough games there.
Yeah, and you've only got one game in between those two games. In fact, they gave I think Sterling has got more rest in the opening session than you do, and most anybody else does in that opening session.
Yeah, I think they might play the first game. I think they play at 10:30, and then they don't play us till 6:30. So I think they're about 15-20 minutes from Dixon. They'll probably go home, take a nap, and we'll be playing two games.
All right, man. Well, congratulations. Great victory tonight here. The gals played really well, and hopefully we can carry this over to that Saturday of the Christmas tournament up in Dixon.
I hope so. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, man. We'll see you later. Corey Farmer joins us on the Ground Incorporated postgame show. Bobby V, you got any last words for the folks at home?
Well, I knew Corey Farmer would do a good job, and he showed it tonight. He's got a lot of talent out there to work with. It is unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. I came here, and I saw the lineup. There's some freshmen in here. I thought, okay, well, those freshmen are for real.
We talked about this. This is a good basketball team. I think that's fairly evident. It's a good basketball team.
Oh yeah, as I said, the four seniors and the junior, they got to practice against the great previous teams from the time they were sophomores and freshmen, and then you got the spark of the freshmen coming in there, and of course Corey, he's a taskmaster. He comes up here, he's a nice guy, but with those guys in the huddle or at halftime, he's got them playing basketball.
This ladies team, if they lack one thing, and it's something that you cannot teach, and it's something that you can't do anything about, it's size. And we've seen when they run into teams that were taller and longer, they struggled at times, but still played hard and were competitive in the basketball game. That's where they're going to have to figure out how to win basketball games against teams that are bigger than they are, whether that's pushing the ball up the floor and getting ahead of them, or executing in the half-court offense and not making mistakes.
I think a little bit of both. Yeah, you got to be able to push the ball up, but you got to hit those open shots. Farmer's going to get you the open shot in the offense, and you just got to dial it up. And you also got to hit those free throws. We missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 free throws today. You can't have that.
No, you can't. But again, Bob, it goes back to the old saying: victory favors the team that makes the fewest mistakes. So you got to cut the turn. You got to hit free throws and not turn the basketball over either.
That's right. You got to make the good passes. You can't panic, and the people that are receiving the pass have got to come to the ball. They got to help out the person that's handling the ball.
And going back to the teams that your sister played on, they didn't turn the ball over and they made free throws.
That's right. They had a lot of speed there. I mean, Cook still holds the 400. Richard still holds the 100. That was a very athletic team. Had some good guards, and of course, if there would have been a 3-point with Jan Bowers back then, that would have been lights out.
Well, and we had your sister Bruiser Barb underneath the buckets.
Oh, bad Barb, yeah. Well, you grow up in the backyard playing against Vietnam veterans and construction workers, high school is going to look pretty easy.
That's true. All right, we're going to sign off here from Lober-Nika Gymnasium. For station manager Jim Ass, for Tate, who had to scramble back at the station running the board due to some technical issues, for Connor Shaw, who was our on-site engineer and cameraman tonight. Unfortunately, did we have video? We did not have video. We did not have video tonight. I thought so. This is an LCHS school. We did not have video tonight.
Well, we described it so good they saw it.
That's right. Hey, Lincoln won. What difference does it make?
That's right, 74-41.
Right. For my broadcast partner, Bobby Verderber, this is Jay Harden signing off and saying thanks for listening. We'll see you on Saturday the 26th from the Dixon Holiday Classic.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball. WLCN's coverage is made possible by Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty. For more information, check out their website, merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln, and online at myfgec.org. Elkhart, Croft, and Lake Fork Fertilizer Service, your local source for all your fertilizer, ag chemical, and custom application needs. See what Mark Gordon and the Elkhart, Croft, and Lake Fork Fertilizer team can do for you. Call 217-445-2631. Heritage Packaging in Lincoln, offering top-notch products and value-driven solutions for Central Illinois. Heritage Packaging offers the right packaging right on time. Learn more online at welchpkg.com or call 217-735-4406. Modern Brake and Alignment, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1964, offering full-service auto repairs, including suspension service, brake replacement, wheel alignment, transportation services, and more. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Stop by the shop at 1000 Commercial Park in Lincoln. Call 217-628-7650 or learn more at modernbrake.com. Go Railers! Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch and Annette Welch. Attend one of Tracy's Coffee with the Mayor events to ask questions and learn more about happenings around Lincoln. Check the City of Lincoln Facebook page for dates and times. Grau Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953. Located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-4444 or go online to grauinc.com. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience, serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Collision Concepts, located at 1005 Macon Street, just off Woodlawn Road, west of Culvers. Call 217-735-2100 or find them online at collisionconceptsinc.com. Experience the difference with Collision Concepts. State Farm Agent Brian Clark, located at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln. Brian can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance, and he's got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Call 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. The Johnson family, in honor of Keith Johnson, a proud supporter of the Lincoln Lady Railer basketball program for more than 50 years.
Simply Traveled Cruise Planners. Let LCHS alum Amy Wiggers-Chen help with domestic and global travel arrangements for groups, generational travel, Disney, all things cruises, and all-inclusive travel. Simply Traveled is so much more than cruises. Call Amy at 615-961-6474 or go online to simply-traveled.com.
United Community Bank, located at 2201 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln, and online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank is the leader in community banking and stands ready to help both individuals and businesses. Phone 217-735-5400. Dara Entwistle and Health Insurance Solutions of Illinois, advocating for you, your family, and your company. Located at 620 Broadway Street in downtown Lincoln, call 217-737-7581. LCHS Lady Railer Basketball Alumni. Lincoln Lady Railer Basketball, a proud tradition of Lincoln Community High School athletics. Once a railer, always a railer. Rocking G Land and Cattle, Central Illinois source for superior shorthorn beef cattle genetics. Give Mark a call at 217-737-7905 or call Sheldon at 217-737-7787. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com. This program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.